And I don't really care that the previous 25 years, they didn't make a lot of money or lost money. I don't care. They're in the middle of a negotiation and they're on a heater. So it doesn't really matter. I've said this before. I made an investment for 5 years and it lost money.
The living shit out of the Indiana Fever. So Indiana Fever, and it's been my belief that they will freaking fire everyone. And I do believe this. So if you're a Fever fan and you're hoping they'll keep Caitlin Clark, it's my belief that when push comes to shove, there's no way they can let her get away. They will fire everybody and start over. That's my belief. I cannot imagine the level of fumbling the bag that would have to be done.
And I got about 6 months left in the investment. And in the last 6 months, they started making cash. I'm not bailing on the investment. I want to finally get my money back. So they're going to get a raise. They're finally turning a corner. But and negotiating in any business is all about current momentum. It's not about 12 years ago. It's about current momentum.
Caitlin Clark just pulled off a jaw-dropping $660,000 in merchandise sales. But instead of celebrating, Gatorade and the WNBA are facing a storm of backlash. What was supposed to be a celebratory campaign has turned into one of the biggest marketing flops in recent sports history. The question fans are asking now, how can you mess up promoting the biggest name in women's basketball? This isn't just about a bad commercial. This is about how a powerful brand like Gatorade misunderstood its audience and how the WNBA continues to mismanage the one superstar who's practically single-handedly carrying the league into the mainstream. Fans are furious, not just at the ad, but at the entire system around Clark that seems hell-bent on limiting her impact both on and off the court.
Caitlin Clark is a media driver. She is a ratings driver. I think about the NBA post Magic and Larry, the NBA post Michael Jordan, tennis post Serena Williams, golf post Tiger Woods, right? There are certain athletes that drive the sport more than others. And that's not to take away from anyone else drafted tonight. That's not to take away from the other incredible superstars in the WNBA right now.
Me dinner.
I'm buying Powerade stock.
Is it a play on like women shouldn't? No, they didn't do it on purpose. There's no way. How you came up with this and not in the back of your minds like, oh, they're just gonna be like, oh, it's women. She just needs to cook. Didn't think about that in the PR room. Look, I'm a big advocate of letting.
The Gatorade commercial was supposed to be a crowning moment for Clark, a way to stamp her dominance on the cultural map. But the rollout backfired hard. The imagery, tone, and message sparked outrage almost instantly. Critics said the ad leaned on old, tired stereotypes, especially with lines that made it sound like Clark's biggest achievement was cooking. Instead of highlighting her historic range, competitive fire, and IQ, they shrunk her into a cartoon. What should have been a slam dunk turned into a cringeworthy misstep. Gatorade underestimated the intelligence of Clark's fans and misread the cultural moment. This wasn't just a tone-deaf ad, it was a symbol of a much bigger problem. The people trying to package Clark don't actually understand what made her iconic in the first place, and fans noticed. The backlash came fast, and it was loud.
And there's enough votes here. This is a good test to see how bad this would be. Swag put this out, and it's starting to make the rounds. I voted. Okay, Fever fans, answer this. If Caitlin leaves Fever, would you still support the Fever? We got 1,145 votes here. Nope, my bags are packed is far and away leading.
While the Gatorade campaign fell flat, Clark's actual brand power skyrocketed. In just a matter of days, her merch pulled in over $660,000. And this isn't just about jerseys, it's shoes, tees, collectibles, all flying off the shelves like it's Black Friday. There are WNBA veterans who haven't made that much over an entire season. Clark didn't just enter the league, she changed the economics of it. This kind of money is unheard of in the WNBA. It confirms what fans already know. Clark isn't just a player, she's a phenomenon. She's not following the league's marketing playbook, she's rewriting it. With these numbers, Clark is now the WNBA's most valuable product. But here's the wild part. While the public is cashing in on her greatness, the league is still treating her like she needs to earn her stripes. Meanwhile, she's turning everything she touches into gold.
Listen, NBA players make 50% of revenues. WNBA players make 9%, and now the merch sales are up 500%, and attendance.
Age 23. I'm going to pass on that question, actually. WNBA star Caitlin Clark is transforming women's sports. She fills arenas night after night, and her games have smashed TV viewership records. And if you watch Clark play, well, it's not hard to figure out why. She makes deep three-pointers look easy. And like all stars, wants the ball when the game is on the line.
While Clark's popularity explodes off the court, things inside the Indiana Fever are a completely different story. Head coach Stephanie White has been under intense scrutiny from fans who say her rotations, game plans, and late game decisions are sabotaging Clark's impact. One minute Caitlin's lighting it up, and the next she's iced out, stuck in the corner while teammates throw up bricks like they're auditioning for a reality show called America's Worst Shot Selection. It's not just frustrating, it's infuriating. Fans aren't blind. They see a rookie superstar getting benched while underperforming veterans get free rein. The coach preaches balance and letting the game come, but the results speak for themselves: confusion, chaos, and losses. The biggest criticism: Clark isn't being allowed to cook. It's like buying a Ferrari and keeping it in the garage because you're afraid of scratching the paint. At some point, you have to let her drive.
You guys were flying before she arrived on one of those airlines that made you pay for a cup of water. One of those airlines that is the planes are the color of a highlighter. Now you're flying private. Okay, if you're in a band and you're staying at the Motel 6 and you add a band member and now you're at the Ritz-Carlton, keep your issues to yourself.
A recent fan poll asked one brutal question: if Clark leaves Indiana, will you still support the Fever? The results were staggering. The overwhelming majority said no. They're not tied to the team, they're tied to her. And this isn't just talk. These fans are already scouting other teams, cities, even zip codes. There are Reddit threads with moving plans and Discord servers tracking her every interview like it's a stock price. Clark's fanbase isn't just loyal, it's mobile. These people didn't even know what a Fever was 6 months ago, and now they're ready to pack up and leave with her. This is portable fandom at its most extreme, and it's terrifying for a franchise like Indiana. They're not building a long-term fan base, they're renting one. And every time the coaching staff limits her, criticizes her, or sidelines her in big moments, the lease gets closer to expiring.
And I think it's like something where if you are a star in the WNBA, like Caitlin Clark, she's probably one of the few people that anybody you can mention to somebody that knows sports will know Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
She's getting a ton of deals. Coke, Gatorade, you name Nike deals. Now, I know a lot of the other players, like if you're the 12th person on the team, you're probably not making that much money, but I just feel like coming out like this, what are they going to bargain with? What is their like thing they're coming with that's going to change their salary? And that's what I was trying to figure out. I couldn't understand because they're already rev sharing. The NBA already gives them money, compensates for the loss they make every year because they lose 50.
Bird. She had Van Slugenhagen on her. She was like, I'm offended that y'all have white defensive players guarding me, and she put her in the torture chamber. You should have known from her little face that she didn't want this matchup from the beginning. Caitlin reminds me of what Dame does. If anybody ever noticed, her first shot, always a three. First quarter, second quarter, third. She sets the distance on her first shot, so you have to guard her there. Now she can do whatever she wants to do. She's playing a chess game. That's what Dame does. He starts his game off. He's going to shoot a deep-ass three to force.
WNBA before Caitlin Clark and the WNBA after Caitlin Clark. Describe these two worlds.
Oh, it entirely different. 180, you know. The WNBA before started in 1997, the year after the Atlanta Olympics, and was launched into a time when women's sports was still not taken seriously by a lot of, people. And some of those same guys now, if we want to talk about before and after, some of those same guys, or guys like them, are the ones buying the 22 jerseys, wearing them to games, Major, but also to the grocery store and to the gas station. It is now cool to be a WNBA fan, and it is cool to love Caitlin Clark and the spotlight that is finally shining on these players.
As the tension rises, a disturbing theory has started making the rounds. Is the league or even the team trying to humble her? From the Olympic snub to the sudden shift in how she's used on the court, many fans believe there's a coordinated effort to keep her in check. It's not about her performance she's delivering, it's about control. The WNBA wanted her spotlight, but not her swagger. And now they're choking the very fire that made her marketable. It's not subtle anymore. The awkward body language in pressers, the missing praise from her own coach after 30-point games, it's a pattern. There's a sense that Clark is being punished for making it look too easy, for making it about her. But what they don't realize is it already is. She is the product. Fans didn't tune in for structure and balance. They tuned in to watch greatness in motion. And now they're watching it get dimmed on purpose.
On the night that I broke the news, someone read me the list that Caitlin Clark was not on the Olympic team, which was June 7th. She had just had 30 points and 7 threes against Washington in an amazing game. And bottom line on this is they did not want her on the team. There was either a sense that she needs to wait her turn. They wanted to give Diana Taurasi the going away present. Name another time when you would ever give an athlete a going away present with an Olympic berth. Outrageous. So Caitlin said, hey, it's okay. And in interviews, she said, it's all right. I'll make it the next time. Well, in the book, I have a wonderful anecdote from then.
I was mesmerized by her. And I will tell you this. This was the greatest performance I've ever seen in the NCAA tournament, girl or boy. Greatest performance.
On this biggest stage.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because rarely does a game like this live up to its hype.
Yeah.
Rarely do you have the two superstars play like superstars, because you got to understand the scout report is geared to stop you. All the hype coming into this is going to be people who've never watched a girls basketball game watched.
That is
a lot of
correct.
people watched for the first